Hi and welcome to episode 35 of the Arya Bark Podcast. My name's Caroline.
And I'm Andrew.
And we're coming to you today from our home in Fife in Scotland. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's great to have you here. Teas, coffees, biscuits in the kitchen. You can find detailed show notes on the Arya Bark website, which is aryabark.co.uk. You can find me on Ravelry as either Arya Bark or my personal account, which is Sultra.
I'm Plumberboy21.
We have a Ravelry group, which is Arya Bark Designs. We have a private group on the website for anyone who's unable to use Ravelry, but would like to take part in the make-alongs and the chatter. If you've already signed up, you just press login. If you would like to sign up, you can do that by going to the community tab, then groups. We'll ask you a few questions, confirm that you're definitely a crafter, and you'll use the details you signed up with. That's simple. We have an Instagram page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We have a Facebook page, which is Arya Bark Designs. And we have a Ko-fi page, which is Arya Bark Designs.
Yes, we do. We are currently running 2 make-alongs. The first make-along is a hashtag New Things Make-along 2021. You must be a member of either the Ravelry group or the private group on the website for your entry to count. Physical prizes will be drawn quarterly. The next draw is on the 26th of September. Bear in mind, this hasn't changed from last week, so I don't know why I can't remember it. Physical prizes... No, that's a repeat.
Physical prizes for the FO Thread.
Winner will be drawn by random number generator. Mr. Bark and myself will choose an entry each month from the chatter thread.
Don't ever pick the prize winners.
And the winner will receive a pattern of their choice when one decides to pick them. Pick them up to the value of £10.
Oh no, I did! I just never wrote it down.
Whips are allowed and multiple dipping is encouraged. You can enter as many projects as you like if you can show how it's new to you. Examples include, but are not limited to, new yarn brands or colourways, stitch patterns or designers, new technique or construction. But if you're doing that, mind your hard hat.
Oh, it's going to be one of these podcasts.
Yeah. So the next make along is the ABD StashSmash 2021. My eyes now officially gave up. You must be either a member of either the Ravelry group or the private group on the website for your entry to count. Physical prizes will be drawn quarterly. Again, the next draw is on the 26th of September. Physical prizes for the FO thread. The winner will be drawn by random number generator. Mr. Bark and myself, again, will choose an entry each month from
the chatter
thread. And the winner will receive a pattern of their choice up to the value of £10. There's a theme. We like themes.
It's not a theme. I like to make things easy.
Theme.
Keep all the rules the same for every single make-along. You'll not forget them.
Whips are allowed and multiple dipping is encouraged. Please do. If it can be measured in metres, it can be entered. So knitting, crochet, Tunisian crochet weaving, and spinning. Not Tunisian crochet weaving, but Tunisian crochet and weaving. I've made a new thing. Tunisian crochet weaving. That's where you weave it and crochet it as you go.
That could totally work. I think you should try that.
Cross stitch if it can be measured in metres. If not, we're sorry. We work in metres. And even then, struggle with that as well.
You do?
Yes, I said I do. Goals are at your own discretion. You can increase or decrease whenever you like, or as I do, just sit there going, why? Each person entering will have one FO thread post that all projects will be logged in.
Make sure when you're putting your entries into the FO thread that you also put them into the chatter thread to double your prizes.
Double your prizes and winning.
We don't double your prizes. To double your chances of winning a prize.
To be fair, that is like almost 9 o'clock.
Andrew's not a happy chappy because yesterday, it was yesterday, I said to him, right, first thing tomorrow morning I want the podcast recorded. I had very, very high hopes yesterday afternoon that I was going to finish something last night. Unfortunately, I had to go for a nap, and that nap lasted considerably longer than I expected, and I got up later and I never finished what I was expecting to finish, so I had to do it this morning. Then I had problems with it this morning, and now it's 9:15 on a Saturday night. Wow, your life is exciting.
There will be this week
Going out,
StashSmash
and whips.
I'm literally a walking soundboard.
You're a walking summer.
That's mean.
Timestamps for each section can be found in the description box below.
And this week there'll be mostly knitting.
Oh, did I miss that part?
Yes.
This week there will no, there won't. They're not.
And some
New crafts that Andrew's
crafts.
trying. But mostly knitting.
So,
You might want to swap them round because obviously you started that one first.
yeah. It was a normal day at work. Set the scene. Working about, fixing all the shelves, at the craft bit going, lovely, lovely wool. Wish I could buy you, but I've got StashSmash. StashSmash. To then look over and go, oh, what's this in the crafty bit?
Did you bring the...
No.
You are a muppet.
I do have it though. So on the crafty bit, there'll be a cut here and you'll find out why, because Andrew's forgot to bring the thing that tells you what I've done.
Before we started, I said to him, remember the ball band for your habitation throw, and remember the packaging for your other things.
Well, you said the other things, and probably the packaging, never had that, but anyway, I was sorting stuff out, looked at it, I was like, oh, that looks interesting. A felt animal kit. That looks pretty cool. I want to make that. I do like doing it.
Did the instructions say put a face on it?
No, the
Because-
instructions just said do the eyes, but then I think there's supposed to be a wee pink bit that you do for everything else, but it didn't look like with that mouth, so I made the mouth and doing the nose I kind of mucked up the face.
The ears are bonny.
The ears are nice.
Are you going to show it?
Yes,
Are you
but
going to let people use their imaginations?
you get everything in the kit for doing it, so the first one I picked up was the cat one. Now you expect, it'll look something like that.
There's the cat.
There's my cat!
I'm sorry, that tail is dodgy. That is one seriously dodgy tail.
What do you mean dodgy? It's just
That,
there.
it looks worse on that. Seriously, look at that tail.
It doesn't help if you look at it. I've put it off centre as well, and I've mucked up the legs, and it just. My mum called it Dodgy Tail. I'm calling it Ellie 2.0.
Hi.
No.
At least Ellie's perfectly formed.
Yes.
She's just tiny.
This is just...
That looks like it's been ran over by a bin lorry.
I didn't take...
And it's got blood splatters.
You use really, really sharp needles, and some of the kits, you get protectors for your fingers. This one didn't, and I did impale myself a few times, and there's some blood splattered all over it.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Are you taking it up as a hobby?
Possibly yes, because it isn't that... I'm not saying it's not that hard to do, but it is quite... It is quite therapeutic, repeatedly stabbing something with a needle.
I
must say it's got quite a... It doesn't properly show on the thing, but it's got quite a butt on it.
Oh no, you can see it. It's got quite a bit of
it's literally the size of my finger. So that was the first one.
Oh, the second one gets better.
So I was going back and was like, I'll pick up another one. I saw that they had like a Labrador one, well, a golden retriever dog one. So I was looking through it. Somebody went along and filled it all in with cats. So I was trying to pick it out. I was wanting to go. I was on my lunch break. I was like, need time to eat, not time for this. So I found a rabbit. Now, I need to hide half of it, but it came out a lot better. Then I struggled on doing the face. And
has Harriet been playing with that?
No, it's just I've not actually cleaned it up and
I'd
it goes off.
fix it.
And I was getting all into getting detail in the face and sculpting it all, and
you decided to add a tuft.
Well, it was getting to the point where, because I'd done all the sculpting, I started to muck it up because I was overworking it. So I just started layering on my leftover wool to hide imperfections. And well, it came out like this.
It looks like Donald Trump.
This is Donald Thump. It's quite cute though.
You've given him a bit of a Donald Trump quiff.
It was just a quiff.
We did actually have a rabbit. I don't know if you can mind Honey. Honey had a bit of a tuft.
It's just because it's blonde. But I've even worked it into what it is, so that is my felting animal. Darn, what you doing? Oh, your rabbit.
I like your rabbit. Your cats.
The cats.
There's something about that face. It looks like somebody's like smashed it into a wall or something. His face is awfully flat, Andrew. Oh dear.
So that's my new first going out / new crafts.
My going out, as you can probably tell, I finished the Boxy. Not gonna lie, 14 days to do a Boxy. I must have been off my head. Not gonna lie. Now, I'm possibly me losing subscribers by saying this. I hate this with a burning passion.
To be
fair, I did not enjoy knitting it. There were certain bits in the pattern that just totally confused me.
Do you think that might not have been because you couldn't take time and the bits you were struggling to actually look through it?
The pattern's easy enough to follow. What got me is it's described as being cropped. Now, to me, cropped
is like a little bit lower than your
natural waist to the top of your hips.
That's not what I think cropped is, but okay.
And jumpers,
yeah.
Cropped. Now, my blurry is, I'm sure in the pattern that's stated it's a cropped cardigan. The measurements for that and the measurements for this were way off. That sits the bloody sits lovely on me. I wear it all the time. Absolutely love it. And what had happened on Knit and Natter, all my mistakes come out in Knit and Natters, and I think Heather had asked how much more have you got to go, and I says, I think I've only got about 2 inches. I've only got about 2 inches to go until I get to splitting for under the arms. Give me 2 minutes, I'll check the pattern. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So the ladies were chatting away and I was going back and I was checking, and I did read it again and it says it was supposed to be cropped. My normal, for jumpers, I like jumpers to cover my bum. I purposely wanted this not to cover my bum. Because it's wide, I knew it was already bigger than it should have been, because I went up a needle size and forgot to come down an actual size for it to work itself out. Now see if I can get up. Ryan calls this my tent. You need to budge her just a wee bit. Oh!
Trying to sit in your foot?
No, I caught the back of the couch and then bent my foot
Absolutely.
up. So, I'm here and I've got this. Ryan calls it my tent. Now, this is where I was last week. So I've done all this, the front and the back, and 2 sleeves. I've no woven the ends. I have up here, but I've no at the sleeves, and I've no at the bottom, and it's still flip 'em up horrendously. It's flip 'em up. So it's pretty wide. So Ryan and I were talking, and he says if you do that at that length, it's going to look like you've made it far too big. He says, and because I was only wanting short sleeves on it, he says it's going to look like you've run out of wool for the sleeves. He says I would maybe shorten it. He says that way it doesn't look like you're wearing a dress. He says, and a really hideous one at that. So I shortened it. I'm not utterly displeased with it. The neck turned out quite well. I'm quite liking the neck. The neck turned out perfect. I just don't know.
Is it maybe no you going up a needle and...
I think what I'm going to... I don't... As I said to the ladies on the Knit and Natter, I don't think it helped that I stupidly told the girl that I would make a Boxy in 2 weeks. Had I not said to them, I'm going to make this in a fortnight. Imaginary medals, people. What can I say? I am a sucker for imaginary medals and imaginary targets. I've done it. I don't hate it, but
That's not what you thought it was.
It's not practical for me. I can wear it round the house. That's not going to be a problem.
It's big enough to probably fit me.
The arms won't.
Nah, turn into a t-shirt.
There'll be a t-shirt on you. Had I done 2 sleeves at that point? No, I just finished the black back and hadn't started either of the sleeves. And where it sits is literally where my crotch cuff sits. So obviously I've got all this sitting where my crotch is. It's going to be hopeless. It's going to constantly catch. So I can wear it if I'm in the car. If I'm walking to the car, when I'm taking Andrew T's work, I don't need to use my crutches because it's just out to the car and back in. And I'll see how I got on. However, if it's really bothering me after I block it, I might just rip it out.
Could you not intentionally shrink it?
No, because it's super low friggin' wool.
So you can't shrink?
No. The only thing I'm liable to do is probably felt it.
If you do that, then I can turn it into an animal.
I'm not overly impressed with my mistakes, but I'm a big lass. I'm no massively big, but there's certain parts of my body that have their own postcodes, like my bum.
Can you not say stuff like that while I'm drinking? You always kill me.
Sorry. But I've got quite a chunky backside. And as Ryan pointed out, this thing makes me look not so much like the side of a building, but the full front of a building. Side of a building, front of a building. According to him, it does not flatter me in any way, shape or form.
You need to get yourself a new man.
I can honestly say, in all the time I've knitted now, I'm trying to think when I took knitting back up after me and him got together. Possibly 2006. Possibly 2006. I have made some hideous things in my time and Ryan's, no, it's fine, it's wonderful, it's fantastic. This is the first time he's went, that does nothing for you.
Some bigger sizes are correct. I have found that with me, if I go like 3XL tops, make me look monstrous. I think if it gets too oversized, I think it's more at the sides.
I think at this, don't get me wrong, the arms are fine, and obviously this bit will block out once I actually wash it, but I think it is far too big.
I think it's when it gets to the sides, if the sides become too baggy, that's when it makes you look bigger than you are.
So, no offence people, I am roasting. This is coming off because I'm cooking.
We need to censor all this.
No, because I've got top one underneath it.
Still censor it, just maybe just this right here. I'm gonna die. I forgot. I can't move this way and I can't move that way because there's the table. I'm dead.
As you can see at that end,
it does look like you've stretched it. It does look like a cropped image that's been like stretched.
It's massively wide. Is that on the right way? You got the stitch marker on your side?
I've got a stitch marker on my side.
Right, well, I'm showing the back.
So yeah, it is almost the size.
It is massive. I really should have come down a size. Modifications. What I did do is I did add more stitches onto the sleeve because I tried the sleeve on and it was awfully tight. So I did add more stitches on than the pattern suggested on the sleeves. That was about it. I did forget to come down a needle size, hence why this is now getting called the 10. I used Drops Fable in shade, I keep turning it the wrong way around, 110, which is the colour Rust. I used seven balls and 3 grams of this ball, and I managed to use up 1,445.3 metres out my stash, and I'm ecstatic. I used a 3.75mm higher sharp and a 3.25 for this wee bit that rolls, and
this wee bit that rolls.
this wee bit that doesn't roll. And that end's starting to roll, but I think it's just because I flipped it. That and
the bottom.
I may have possibly done the bottom in the wrong size, but I ain't taking it back out. So that is my Boxy. It is off my... How many patterns on my bucket list? Is it 6?
It's supposed to be 6.
9?
6.
6. That's it ticked off. I will not be making another one.
You might...
Unless it's an Arn.
You might need to try maybe day one an Arn and just try doing it properly and see if that changes it. Any. And no, like, go, I'm going to do it in 2 weeks, and then put yourself
And
to a
no do it
deadline.
during a heat wave.
Exactly.
I think the biggest problem is that I've done it in 2 weeks. Not my smartest move. Because it bored me to tears. But it's done. And I get an imaginary medal.
So, it's time.
There's got to be cheers.
Tears. And
Cheers!
Yes, cheers and tears. For this has been the longest bit. It is finally done after months and months.
I think you started that in March. I'll leave it up there when you started it.
The habitation throw has finished, and you will find at this point, when I get to the end, I want to say a big thank you to Raylene for sending me some stuff out of her stash, because she saved us. I was working up, decreasing, yes. Right, ball's getting a bit small. A lot small. And ran out. Though, managed to save it with lovely wool from Raylene, which is, we've no figured out what actually is it?
I don't think I had a bob band, but it's
and it's chunky.
or a chunky.
So it fitted in.
The strands were pretty similar. Obviously, this is quite thick, whereas this, albeit it feels the same,
Yeah, I think it's a bit lighter.
it's just
It
a tad
has
lighter.
worked out, but I think that's mostly because I did do it with all that down. But it'll block out, and if not, I don't care. It's done, and I like it. It is massive, and I'm happy it's done.
Where were you last week?
There.
You've done a fair chunk.
In all honesty, if you're starting it and when you're finishing it, works a lot faster than the middle bit. The middle bit is...
The middle bit was what
That is soul
was getting you.
destroying for me.
Mind your stitch marker.
So, that is that done. I would be like, oh, but it's warm. And it's also a bit itchy. Will that wash out?
Yeah.
Because it is a bit itchy.
A funny use for the conditioner that I can't use.
He's sitting there rubbing it in, doing hair treatments to wool.
Works out great. I can't use it.
It is using the So Crafty rainbow yarn, which is an Aran, which is the pageant, the Savannah. They are 80% acrylic, 20% wool. You get roughly 350 metres and 200 grams. Before I changed the wool, I should have weighed this, but I didn't think about that.
Well, you used three full balls.
So roughly, human calculator?
Because we weighed it.
Yes, with this, that could be a different waist size.
Right, you used 3 balls that's 200 grams each. What's 3 times 200?
It's the metres I'm working at.
There's the metres there.
But I also used a wee bit for this.
No,
Oh.
there's the metres there.
That-
For that one, that's the metres,
Oh, right.
because I did actually measure that out.
Oh right. So that is that me actually using 350 metres? Or is that just
63.38 metres
right?
of the stuff from Anti-Raylene.
Which I really do like. I need to find out what that is, because that is really nice. Like make another one out of this. That is actually really nice. So
If Raylene's in natter on Monday, you could ask her what that is.
that is, we're just calling it D-Stash because we don't know what it is.
We're calling it
But
Anti-Raylene's D-Stash because Anti-Raylene very kindly sent him a lot of wool.
I used 16. Is that how much grams I used as well?
67 grams.
67 grams, which was 63.38 metres. In total, I've used 667 grams, which is a whopping 1,113.38 metres.
Are you happy?
Yes!
When I was doing the show notes, said to Andrew, Andrew says, oh, aye, but you've no added that wool on. I was like, Andrew, it's only like 297 metres, mate, it's like nothing.
Every little helps. That's not even the right one.
No, you were wondering about that. How much you've added into your stash.
Because I forgot that they weren't as big as they were. But that was that. They were net on 6mm high sharps. This is now going to go in my blanket pile. Which there is only one, so I'm starting the pile.
Are you starting the pile?
Starting the pile.
Are you just going to be knitting blankets forever, mate?
More of these, maybe not more of what I've got on the go.
My goal was to craft 26,000 metres. At the beginning of the week, I had crafted 16,094 metres, 64. No, start again. I had crafted 16,094.23 metres. My Boxy has used up 1,445.3 metres, which brings my total this week to 17,539.53 metres. Whoop, whoop. I have not brought anything in because I am being especially good, despite the fact that the ladies on Zoom keep tempting me off the bus. No gonna lie, yous know who you are. Jane from Mouse Knits and Crafts, Mandy from Mousie's Makes. Yes, you ladies, show me all your nice yarn. Heather was the world's worst because she's now private messaging me. Yarn links. I am not getting off the bus. I have chained my cell phone. Look, the knuckles are white. Just saying.
Till she comes off this, probably jumps onto Pinterest or something and goes, oh, nice bill.
No, I have a deal with Ryan. We were supposed to be going to Perth this year. To Perth Festival of Yarn. I really don't want to go. Due to health stuff, I am not wanting to go. I don't think it would be a wise idea to go.
And I don't know what I'm looking for,
So, plus the fact, normally we'll go, when Perth's on, we'll normally go, like, I think it's normally the Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Normally we'll go on the Friday because it's quieter during the week. I can't go on the Friday because Ryan's not here, he's up in Aberdeen. Which means we would have to go on the Saturday, which means it's going to be busier, which means I'm not going. So, I said to Ryan, if I finish my Boxy and I finish the slip extravaganza, which is like 3,000 metres. Can I just say that is like 3,000 metres? So that'll be like 4,000 metres, nearly 5,000 metres out my stash. Will you give me money to buy more wool? To which his answer was no. No, I'm only joking. He did say, obviously, I don't need any more wool. I have tons of it. So far this year I've brought in 31,131 metres this year. Now I'm sure my total, as in my full stash total, is something like 221,000 something metres. It is huge. It is all over this house. Actually, that's not even true either because I've not added that in. I need to update all my totals. But I know the stash totals are horrific. Heather did tempt me rather badly, and I keep going back to a website that she told me about, and I really want that. But it is, where am I going to put it, because I've not made as big a dent in my stash as what I need to. So I've been good. Don't look at me with your judgy eyes.
No.
Because see when your next parcel comes, my reaction will be,
Don't, please. We don't need to talk about the parcel. Well, we will.
So to Target, I have 8,460.47 metres to go to my target. We're in August. I'm not overly concerned. I am not overly concerned that I'm not going to make it. I think I probably will make it. I have crocheted 1,965.08 metres. I have knit 13,304.46 metres. I've only spun 253 metres. Maybe that's what I need to do.
Wait. Yet again, you can keep a tally of how many times you get to the spin and go, I need to spin more, I should spin more. Every week.
See, I'm blaming the rats in the back garden. If my bird feeder got taken down because of the rats, I've not been sitting spinning. I've still not finished anything, but I've been spinning.
They've been taken care of, put it back up.
I'll do that on them. Me and Ryan will do that on them.
This was after.
That was a week.
Friday or Monday, she was like, you need to get up early, and I'm getting to my work early on the natter. You'll be getting up early and getting dropped off his work early because I'm going to put my bird feeder out.
Ah, but it's raining.
No, it was not. That day it was not raining, it was sun splitting the trees.
Is that the day I gave myself heat stroke?
I don't know.
I'm sure Tuesday was the day I gave myself really bad heat stroke because I was sitting at the window and I never pulled the blinds down. And obviously I'm allergic to sunlight. I'm sporting a wonderful tan from sitting at a window. And I was getting hotter because it was Tuesday that I wore that top, and I was getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and I was like, once I do an extra, I'll finish this inch and I'll go and like put the blinds down. I gave myself a heat stroke and I'll end up in my bed nowhere, and that's why I didn't.
Is that your excuse and you're sticking to it?
That's my excuse and I'm going to stick to it. Weaving, I have woven 2017 meters. I have decided to take part in the Ravelry Project Challenge. My challenge was to craft 28 projects in 2021. I am sitting at 23. I'm so happy.
Mm-hmm. Look at you bragging.
Do more projects. Do more projects and don't just stick to one at a time.
I've tried that. It doesn't work.
I am sitting at 82%. Over to you, Krabby Pants.
So, my goal was 5,000 metres. Sorry.
Really?
Sorry. I forgot you've got a bad spine.
Does your hand have a magnet to my sore point?
And your son. I know everything about you. I know how to get on your nerves.
Literally, the sore nerve.
My goal was to craft 5,000 metres. I'm changing that. My goal was to bring in 5,000 metres. I've done no more StashSmash. It's fine.
Your goal at the start of this year was to have a stash.
Yes, and I've done that. Let's leave it there. No, my goal was to craft 5,000 metres. Previously outgoing was 700 metres.
You've used?
Oh, I've used 1,000 113.38 metres, which is the
Your
habitation throw. So total I have crafted 1,813.38 metres. Woo! Previously incoming 5,577.6 metres.
In your defence,
I did actually need a stash to smash.
In your defence, you started off with absolutely no stash whatsoever, and Raylene very kindly donated a rather large bag of stuff you could use for projects.
Which will be getting done, and I will need to start some of that, as you'll find out when I get to my whip. So I added, thanks to this project, 297 metres.
Smug.
I added 297 metres, but that's working away quite quick actually, so happy at that. So my total is 5,874.6 metres. So to target I am 3,186.62 metres. I've knitted 1,813.38 metres. All I do is knit. So
No, that is a lie,
I
because
do
you do knitting crochet, you've just
yes,
not done
and
it.
I also do. That's not been updated because this is Will, and so therefore that's in my stash. It needs to come out of my stash.
Right, see, for the two of them, you
You
can add half a metre.
Yes. Yay! Woo! So my Ravelry project challenge, I chose to do 12 projects in 2021 because a project a month, that's easy. I've done 5. We're almost at the end.
Andrew, I don't...
Have you not updated it again?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave details up here because I don't think I updated Andrew's one.
That's not nice. Well, technically we could add them and I'm joking, no. But
you can't, because needle felting isn't a thing on Ravelry.
I'm sure. No, so I will get there.
He's either done 5 or 6 projects, which means he's either at 42% or he's at 50 something percent. Because I don't think that's been added on. I think you've actually... Right, what have you finished? You've done the 3 patterns for Sardar.
2. Wait.
Tippet. The snood that we... It's not a snood, it's a cowl. And what was the third one? Oh, you were doing the hat,
Yeah,
and you never done it. So you've done 2. You've done the star stitch cushion, which is 3.
I've done that.
You've done the unicowl, which is 4.
And then the next one would be that.
The habitation throw.
So I am on 5.
So you're on 5.
Which is 42 point... No, it's not. It's
not
42%.
It's 42%.
So, yeah. I'm getting there. I will get there.
At some point.
At some point.
I get to take a break.
You get to take a break.
I feel smug.
And as...
Because I have no whips.
Yes. I have one whip. As you've probably seen... What?
I've got an early whip.
Oh, because you're a knitting son. Of course, yeah.
No, I'm strong it.
Just what people want to see you stroking your will. So, as you all know, working with the tippet and the cowl, I discovered Sardar Alpine. Fluffy, 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 fluffy wool. And I'm not going to say it was a mistake, because I do love it. But
are you going to admit that your mother was right?
At what? On one of the Knitting Natters or on the podcast, I think it was a podcast. Was it the podcast?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wonder if I could knit a blanket out of this. It'd be amazing.
And what did I say to you at the time? It is going to cost you an absolute packet.
And it is.
It is going to cost you an absolute packet. Now, I bought Andrew the pattern for his blanket. In the blanket, it tells you how many stitches to cast on, and I was like, really? Really? For a blanket? And it only takes 18 balls.
My mum knitted it up.
No, I'd already...
No, you cast it on. I think it's
said
supposed
to you,
to take...
your best bet, given the gauge, because you'd use the 10mm needles on the cowl. And as you can go back, I'll stick a wee card into the episode where I told him the gauge is far too loose for a blanket.
So we were like, we'll just go down, only a couple extra balls. It was fine.
Andrew didn't like that.
Well, I did.
I cast on 100 stitches, to which he was in the shower at the time I cast it on. I'd done his first row. It was all there for him coming out. And he came out and he held it up and he was like, well, that's not going to remaze it.
Apparently, it's also a wee problem with the pattern, because somebody else, my mum can put it in. I don't.
No, I can't remember that man's name.
We'll put it up there. He's done one.
Leading Men Fibre Arts. Stephen.
I don't know.
Steve. Or Andy. One of them. Too many names floating about up here. He did one. And don't get me wrong, that blanket looked stunning. But he did not cast on the stitches it told you to cast on in that pattern.
I went to it. I'm like a child when it comes to blankets. I have one with animal faces.
He is like a child when it comes to fluffy blankets.
Yes. And one where it's all constellations. And with them, I'm not saying I'm skinny. I am rather full-figured. Hefty. I need... This is a 2-man lift. I require 2 people. I am over 24 kilograms. I don't know, but probably. So, these blankets... No, they're not blankets, I think they're throws. So, they only come out to about here. So, you need to lie on your side to get round them, or they cover the top of you. The cast on stitches were about 4 inches shorter than that blanket, which means
that was a fair bit shorter.
it could cover my legs. So that had to get ripped out, and I was not a happy chappy. But then my mum showed me. I'm saying it's all her fault. She keeps showing me all the things. She showed me...
I'm sure his name's Steve or Stephen or Andy. It's one of them.
Showed me the podcast, put it to where he showed the blanket, and it went from I really can't to have my bank account, just have my bank account give me all the wool. I wanted it.
Now, in that podcast, I think he'd went up to 20.
It was almost hitting 20.
He was almost hitting 20, and he was like, I don't know if Steve, because his partner's name's Andy.
There we go.
It would eventually come to me. He'd said that he wasn't sure whether Andy was going to let him buy another 10 balls to finish this blanket off. Well, he must have done, because on his project page, 30 balls.
So that but I don't know if that's my target, because I don't, at this point, I don't care how many it takes, it will get done, because I started knitting it, and well, there's not much point waiting, you've waited too long. This is, I'm on my 6th ball and almost finished. You just can't rub your face on it because it's not been washed. Well, obviously it's not been washed, but it does tend to molt. And you end up with a mouthful full of hairs. I'm loving it. It won't work out properly because you can't properly hang it.
It will. Put your finger where my finger is. Oh. Well, it says 60 inches.
But this wasn't this supposed to be 52 but 60?
No, because you're wanting it bigger than what the pattern said.
Aye, because even if it comes to, if it can fit me decent that way, if it does get to the point...
You're wanting something that you can have it either it. Do you ken this blanket's big enough that mean you can actually get under it?
Yeah.
You know what I particularly want to get a blanket with
a lot
dude.
Squish, it is.
I'm not going to lie, it is
this as
nice.
A bed cover. It is nice, it is fluffy.
And it's not as...
It's not as holy. I think it's because I'm not... Is it garter? Am I doing garter?
That's right, you're doing garter stitch.
I am knitting both front and back, so it will use more wool, but it won't give me the holes, apparently. Because I can't really... I can still put my finger through, but it's way more of a...
You could if you forced it, but if you... Bearing in mind, I done your that cowl was go like that and it slid right down my hand.
So it is a bit more... Plus, it'll make it a lot warmer. Not that if the summer keeps... Not that knitting a blanket in the summer is going to help. But, though I did make to my mum, if I did decide to, like, just stop, I could make, like, a massive scarf. Big, just bind it off here and make a massive scarf.
That is... Don't get me wrong, that is going to be stunning.
It is.
That is going to be nice. See, during the winter... That's going to be great.
You can keep your hands off it. I'll look it up if I have to.
I've got my own fluffy blankets to shoot.
So this is the Alpine plush blanket. The pattern is 10, 11, 8.
It's not 10, 11, 8. It's 10118.
10118. But obviously I'm not following the pattern. I've went off script as I normally do. But this time it's intentional. It's intentional modifications and not...
Are you remembering to count your stitches?
Yes. Yes.
Because what you're not wanting is...
No, I do count it every...
to lose stitches.
Yeah, I do count it every few rows. 130.
I would say stick a stitch marker in. But we've not got stitch markers big enough.
Because it is on a 10mm higher steel. Modifications is I've cast on 130 stitches and I'm going till I run out of money. So yes, that is the problem having knitting it, that I just go. It is using Sardar Alpine, which is a chunky, and this is Wolf. So I've changed it. There we go.
Now, the issue Andrew has, can you read that bottom part? 33 metres and 50 grams.
I'm trying to make a blanket.
If you weren't so picky, you could have went to Pound Stretcher, and for the money you've spent on that, you could have made one to go round the entire house.
Fluffy dog.
Juicy.
This is really fluffy.
And it's shade, and I've even read that, 0413, which is wool.
It is really fluffy.
Really
But
nice.
as I am thinking, it's not. I was gonna say I don't drink. I do, but not like I don't go out drinking.
I don't go out drinking.
I don't have any other hobbies.
Have any other hobbies.
So. I've
got what?
Well, thank Will Warehouse for having it, but this was a bag of 9 balls. I have 3 left. They're gonna love me next week because didn't you say I need to buy 12?
You bought 9.
So I would need to buy 12 to get me to 20.
No,
So
you bought... What? You bought 9?
right, and you tell me to buy 10 every week, so therefore to
Yeah,
keep
so
it.
you would buy 11.
Oh yeah. Well,
Wow, your maths is horrific.
why not? You know, just what's the point storming at 20? Why not just get the whole 30 of the will? To where they have to actually come out with a van and go, here's your will, never buy from us again. But I don't know.
I'm going to do it a bit at a time.
I know, I might need to. But the problem with this is
Start other projects.
I will need to, because this is Saturday, don't get paid till next Friday. I've got 3 balls left. All in all, probably a full day in total knitting this. That would be me wiped out on my balls, so I need to start something. And where I could do a hat, I could finish that hat. Maybe finish that hat or start the hat. I'm thinking it's about time I use some of Rayleen's will.
Are you going to find a project? When are you off?
Monday.
You're off on Monday?
Yes.
Right, on Monday I'll get you up early and we'll sit and go through Ravelry and find a project for you.
Because anything else in my bucket list, I would have to buy wool. And I don't want to. Though it does mean, I think I do.
Well, you wouldn't have to buy wool.
I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Well, one of the projects I would need to buy the wool for the paw socks.
No, there's that.
Or I could finish that gauge sock and knit my own pair of socks.
Yes, because that wool's been sitting for ages. I'm going to knit socks. I'm doing nothing else.
I might look for
This
patterns
week coming,
and
I
knit
am
socks.
doing nothing. I'm going to use... This is from my Yarny Corner. It's the Vintage Tea Party. I bought that ages ago. I'm making myself socks. That's my plan. I'm sticking to it.
You may speak.
My plan is I'm going to make socks. They are going to be vanilla socks. They are going to require no concentration. I'm going to love this yarn that I've been sitting staring at for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I'm going to get started. And I am never ever going to think of a Boxy ever again. I also may start back up my Northeaster way. I'll stick a wee picture in. Not touched that in weeks. I could really start the counting sheet blanket back up again, but to be honest with you, so a nice wee pair of socks would be lovely for me.
Where'd you get your penguin?
Touch that penguin, I will rip your hand off.
That's mine. Where did you get your penguin?
I like how you snagged them. I don't even know where I got that. I think Ryan had seen it on Etsy at some point.
Because that is a really...
And we bought it.
That's a really cute penguin. You penguin. I need to have a look. No, don't need to spend any more money. You have a look though.
Wee penguin. So I think that is about everything. Natter is on a Monday at 8 PM British Summer Time and a Friday at 11 AM
PSD British Summer Time.
If you would like to join, it is on Zoom. Direct message the Arya Bark Instagram page and I'll add you onto the group, and then you'll get details on how to log in with room IDs and passcodes and such things.
And updates, because you'll be added to the group that we have.
And we have a right good laugh. Normally Andrew's expense. Arya Bark does not take any responsibility in any yarn buying that you do that is unsuggested of that group.
No.
Because there's a lot of yarn temptation on that group. Is there anything else? No. Mr. Bark is back up at Aberdeen next week.
That hasn't really changed for me. Not really seen him much.
I am half expecting Miss Bark not to be very chuffed. It's going to be even worse because the cat is permanently glued to him, so I'm going to have a depressed dog and a depressed cat. Yippee.
Yeah, and your special
animals. Is there anything going on this week? I have absolutely no plans. I have to upload my picture to Ravelry tomorrow for my Boxy. What does I rub on my face that my nose is itchy?
Oh, that will be...
That blanket?
Yep. It malts like Arya. And... you just left for the hairs.
Anything else? Don't think so. No plans. You're working next week. I think that's it.
Oh. Tomorrow I'll be baking a cake.
As Ryan leaves, you're baking a cake.
Well, what's supposed
Were you not supposed to bake that cake today so he could actually take a bit with him?
When does he leave tomorrow?
6.
Then I can make it for him tomorrow. I am only...
You finish at 3, you get back.
No, I don't.
3.
I finish at 11 tomorrow.
Why you finish at 11 tomorrow?
Oh my god, you like No, you know what I have to do with. Never even listens to me. And I like totally listen to her. Like, you're doing a floxy? A floxy! And you're knitting a box. So, that's what I'll be doing tomorrow.
I will be editing the podcast tomorrow and uploading it to the tubes. So that is everything. Where was I going with it? If
you want to talk to us and get us on Instagram,
if you would, there was the F. If you would like to join in on any of the make-alongs, please do so. Still never said who the winners of the prizes were.
No, because they're going up there because you don't know who they are.
Yes, I do. I will leave a bit. I will have left a bit in the bit, right? At the bit where it should have went that I forgot because I hadn't written it down. If those people contact me, Ashley, can't remember what your Instagram thing is, and Jane, Mouse Knits 2, can you tell me what prizes? What prizes?
Patterns.
What prizes you're wanting Let me know what prizes you want and I'll buy them for you. No, what patterns? This is turning into a show. What patterns you would like, we will get them across to you. ASAP.
I was not in the picking for this one because I was asleep. This was
Yes.
all Mr. Bark.
This
Maybe
is all
Arya.
Mr. Bark.
Maybe Arya had a wee. It's late. Got not.
It's late. I'm boxied out my head.
And I'm just out my head in general.
I don't think it helped that I went to my bed late last night, so I was trying to finish the boxing. So we hope you have a very crafty week, and we'll see you back here again next week.
It was.
Right. Normal. Okay, think. Some of your viewers wear headphones. So we'll see you back here again next week. Bye.
Bye. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye.